Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Came out October 14th, 1994, written and directed by Wes Craven. Wes Craven did the first Nightmare on Elm Street way back in ye old November 4th, 1984. So this was important because it was the 10th year anniversary of the first film, so it was commemorating that, but also like bringing a new iteration to it. So how do you have real life actors facing a fictitious Freddy? That was a very good question. So this film was eventually renamed just New Nightmare, but like we still call it Wes Craven's New Nightmare. That's how we were introduced in '94. So when it came out, this was a big deal. This is a very highly rated like film too, and this is what the this is the 7th film in the franchise in 10 years. That's massive. One of the highest rated of the film series. How it comes about, Heather Langenfeld, I can never say her last name. She played Nancy in the first and the third films, and she's now married to this special effects guy Chase in the film, and they have a son named Dylan, and so all of a sudden Heather starts to dream about Freddy. Dylan starts to dream about Freddy. Robert Englund, who plays Freddy, starts to dream about Freddy. Wes Craven starts to have nightmares about Freddy. But like it all's coinciding with each other, right? The actor who plays her dad, his name is John. He's a part of this film as well. So it's explained to us as the film progresses. And all these different earthquakes happen. New Line Cinema reaches out to Heather to play Nancy once again. She speaks to Robert. She speaks to Wes. Wes explains that there's a dream demon who's taking the form of Freddy in the real world, and it's a different look, but it's this demon's version of Freddy. So he has his own version of his own glove. It's got 5 knives instead of just 4. Doesn't have like a true burned look, more like a stretched face kind of look. It's Freddy, but it's a demon Freddy. So it's a matter of how does one kill Demon Freddy? How do we stop Demon Freddy from killing? Demon Freddy killed Chase, Heather's husband. Demon Freddy killed special effects guys. Demon Freddy killed Julie the babysitter. Oh, he killed 4 people now that we talk about it. Only 4. But it's a matter of how does Heather and Dylan face Freddy. Heather has to become Nancy one more time and face Freddy in a boiler room. Kinda. So Heather and Dylan go to Dream Worlds to face this demon Freddy. Eventually, various gags later, trap him in a fiery room, burn him, so that way the demon escapes the Freddy form and then goes back to hell where they belong. And so Wes Craven's script is finally finished because Wes's script was only based off of the nightmares that everybody was having, and the nightmares dictated how the story was going, and the only way for the story to end was if Heather would take on the role of Nancy one more time, a third time, to complete the cycle. So that Heather and Dylan face the demon Freddy, kill the demon Freddy, and then she reads the script to him as a bedtime story, and they all live happily ever after. So we think. So, after this film, we have Jason X, then we have Freddy vs. Jason, and then there's the remakes, and then the next time we see Robert Englund after Freddy vs. Jason is in the Goldbergs' Mr. Knifey Hands episode. Hysterical. We'll talk about that. But then Robert obviously comes back and talks about Freddy and Nightmare on Elm Street during Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, the Mark Patton documentary that came out in 2019. So we have some things to discuss. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 5 more things in our marathon of this, and then we jump into a next marathon. But yeah, this is a really great movie. The 7th, who would have thought the 7th film would be one of the better films up in that tier because of how it brought that sense of realism. What if Freddy was actually real? How would Freddy be real in real life? Well, obviously a dream demon would take on the form of Freddy. So that's how it would happen. I loved it. I love watching it. I've seen this movie a lot. It's very well done. And Wes Craven, may you rest in peace. Mucho mahalo.